Hey there, it's Regina from Eat Travel Life. Today we are making sweetheart jam. Delicious and lovely. Let's go ahead and get started. Here are the ingredients that you will need. We will start out by taking and washing all of our berries. I'm using and strawberries, cherries, and raspberries. And we will wash them. Now my cherries were frozen, so I didn't have to do this. And you will want to be very careful right here. I am blending these too long. Do not use a blender. You are going to want to hand blend these instead. Otherwise, you are going to end up with more berries that you need. We need 9 cups total, and that's after they've been crushed. So we just want to crush the berries gently. Crushing the cherries was necessary, or what I did to the strawberries and raspberries was a little bit far. You just want to remove the stems and then crush them so that they look like this. Next up, go ahead and put them in your Dutch oven. And I have a 6 quart Dutch oven. That is what worked for me. And then add in your pectin. And let's go ahead and stir this and heat this up. We want it to come to a rolling boil. And a rolling boil is a boil that you cannot stir down. So this is going to take 15-20 minutes. While you're doing that, we're also heating up water in our water bath canner, and we've got our salt prepared, and we've got our jars ready. Don't forget to add the butter if you want. That helps with the foaming as it boils. So you're going to want to add that in. And a little bit of history on Sweetheart Jam. It is not for Valentine's Day. I thought it was like a Valentine's Day treat, but it's more of what you would give your friends and your loved ones of your favorite fruits and vegetables, your favorite fruits and jam in a jam form. So it was a sweetheart jam. So it can be many different fruits. And we are just bringing that up to a boil. It's getting there, but it's not there. That's getting closer. Looking good. There it is. Now that it's up to a boil, you let it boil for a minute, and then you will add in your sugar, and we are going to need it to come up to a boil again. Really add in that sugar. Stir it all in, and this will come up to start to bubble again, but we are going to want it to boil, a rolling boil yet again, and let that have a rolling boil for at least a minute. And this is on a medium heat. So this continually just give it a stir every so often to keep it from burning from the bottom. You can see some of those delicious pieces of fruit in there. And just continue to let her boil, 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 boil. And you can see it's boiled, and I'm just moving this a little bit. That's some of the foam. We're going to need to remove that. The butter didn't get all of, keep the foam from happening. So we will start pouring the jam into the half pints. We are going to give it a 1/4 inch headspace, and then we will clean the rim, and then put a band and a seal on it, and just continue to do that for your jam. And once your water bath canner is ready, you can start putting the jars in. So just repeat the process for all your jars. This does make about 6 half-pint jars, and it's very hot, so you're going to need to use your tool to carry your jars from point A to point B. And I'm just hand tightening the jars. And I made a double batch here, so I'm getting 12-ish jars of jam. And they will need to process in the water bath for 10 minutes. And that's once that reaches a boil. So once that reaches a boil, it'll count down to the 10 minutes. And then once that's done, it needs to sit for an additional 5 minutes. And then you can remove the jars from the water bath canner. And I highly recommend putting a towel down like you see here on the counter, so that any changes in temperature in your kitchen, especially during colder temperatures, will not crack your jars. Once we've got all the jars out, we are going to then cover these jars with a towel that will allow them to slowly cool down. And I give them about 12-24 hours. I will check to make sure that they're all sealed and that there were no issues. And then when it's done, I will date them and write on the top what they are. And then we can eat it. And I love it on toast, but you could also warm it up a little bit and pour it over ice cream. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your favorite jam flavors are. Have a wonderful day.